Welcome, welcome. I know it's early. I just wanted to log in a little bit early because I wasn't thinking too clearly ahead. Let me just get this off. Okay. It'll probably get dark before I wanted the video to be over. So just wanted to log in, start this video early. I came out here to the forest. I kind of just wanted to bring you guys out here with me before we get started. Just out in the trees, just really grounding my energy. I just wanted to bring you out here to ground with me before we begin our goddess activation gathering. So if you're able to get outside, that's wonderful. But if not, just feel the energy of this forest right now. It's absolutely beautiful. It's cool and calm, and right now I'm kind of in the pine tree part of the forest because that's where I connect with the energies of the trees the most. But there's some beautiful fall foliage in the background and stuff. So welcome. So excited for you guys to be here today. Please tell me where you're from, if you're logging in live or if you're going to be logging in for the replay. Let me know your name, where you're from. So happy for you to be joining us. I am early again. It'll probably be getting dark a little bit sooner than I was hoping, but that's okay. We'll go with the flow. So I'm just out here, just really feeling this energy. So excited to be sharing this amazing magic with you guys. And today we're going to be going over 3 very powerful things. We're going to go over healing the witch wound, activating our intuition, and if it's already activated, that's great. It's going to be like a boot camp meditation, quick, easy, but super powerful meditation that we're going to do to help really activate that intuition of yours. And then we're going to ground, and we're going to meditate to call forth our ancestral guides. So some really powerful stuff. I'm so excited. Just really taking a moment as people log in because I know I was early. Just taking a moment to really enjoy this energy right now. So if you're here now, just say hi. Let me know where you're logging in from. This is absolutely wonderful. Just the energy out here and just really grounding with the earth. Just feeling that crisp air, feeling my lungs, the smell of the pines. It's wonderful. So I guess we'll just get started. We're still 5 minutes early, but that is okay. I hope you guys can see me okay. I have low signal out here, but hopefully it's not too bad. So go ahead and say hello. Give lots of hearts. Let me know that you're here. Let me know that you're grounded. Maybe post a little tree emoji, whatever you're feeling. And let us just take a moment and take a deep breath in together. As we're welcoming this goddess activation energy today, as we're welcoming the ancestors of our grandmothers today, just really allowing ourselves to ground in this moment and to be together in our energy as we connect in this amazing time. So a little bit about me. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Sarah Labrie. I am a generational psychic who grew up in a very Christian home. I never fit in, as I'm sure many of you here also kind of felt always like maybe you didn't belong, or you didn't really fit in everywhere. So I completely understand. when I was 7, growing up in a Christian family, very, very Christian family. I mean, we went to church sometimes 5 days a week. My parents were in the music ministry. We did youth groups, all of it. It was pretty intense. But when I was 7, I told my mom that I was a witch. And I was so thankful for her open-mindedness to really accept that. I did not know why for many, 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 many years later. And I just kind of always had that connection, that that knowing that was so deep, that was never taught. It was never taught by my parents. It was never taught by friends and family. I grew up extremely by the Bible book. So the things that I was feeling that were coming up in me, they were not coming up from my external life. There was something deep, deep within me that these were coming up in. And I would sit in my bedroom on the carpet and draw a circle around myself and sit in the middle and do these rituals that just literally came from nowhere, or from my spirit guides, or whatever you want to say. And um and my mother was really open to hearing this, which was amazing. She did not suppress these feelings. She did not suppress this power within me. And it wasn't for many years later, long into my adult years, that I discovered that she actually was also a psychic. She was a prophet of the church for over a decade. So you can call it what you want. It's all the same thing. And then even further into my adult years, I found out that my grandmother was a witch and also psychic, and that all these abilities kind of followed through the women in my line. But with that comes a lot of misunderstanding, and I told you I did not fit in. I found out many years later that my nickname at church when I was little was Scary Sarah. People just didn't understand it. They didn't, even when I'm not obviously like outwardly practicing my magic in church or anything like that, of course, people still feel that energy. They still feel that you're different, even if you're not outwardly doing something right in front of them. It's a very powerful energy to have, and people pick up on that. And of course, if you do not understand something, then it's scary. And so that's where Scary Sarah came from. But it's definitely something that's been misunderstood, and I'm sure if you're here today, then you have also already tapped into that ancient wisdom that has been whispering to you, and maybe you don't know exactly where it comes from, but it's always been there. And people see that in your life, and people feel that in you, and I'm sure you maybe don't fit in all the time. Maybe you feel like you're a little bit different than everyone else, and if that feels right to you, let me know. You guys comment. I don't know if I can see your comments while I'm doing a live, actually. But comment just kind of what you're feeling and your thoughts on all this. And if they're not coming up, because I am on my phone out here, but I'll get back to them after the video. So anyway, that's just a little bit about me. So then going into the abilities, the psychic abilities that we have, every woman in my family has like one main psychic ability, and then we all kind of have our own unique gifts. And my specific gift is ancestral connection and past lives. And so what we're going to do today is we are going to connect on that ancestral lineage within us, specifically the matriarchal lineage, to heal that witch wound. What is a witch wound? I'm sure many of you that are here, you already understand and know what a witch wound is. But just for those that might not be entirely sure, our many great grandmothers were the healers. They were the medicine women, the seers, the birthers, the storytellers, the songwriters, the dancers, the the connections between the spirit world. And for thousands and thousands and thousands of years, this was the woman's job. The woman was the wise woman of the tribe, or the wise woman of the village, and it's only been within the last few hundred years where that's been completely suppressed. And our many great grandmothers have been silenced, they've been suppressed, they've been abused, they've been murdered. And that trauma carries into our lives today. And it's scientifically proven, if you want to Google it, scientifically proven that we do carry memories and we do carry trauma in our DNA. So we're carrying the witch wound of the suppression of our grandmothers within us. And that can show up in many different ways. Another thing that I want to kind of explain to you is I'm going to be talking a lot about our physical ancestral line, but also our past lives. And I don't want you to think of them as something different. Think of them as the same. So just to kind of put a picture on that, think of the triple spiral. Actually, I have, just for a visual, my necklace. You can see the triple spiral. One spiral is our present life. So at the beginning of that spiral is the past, as it circles into present and future, and then it spirals back out. And then the other spiral is our past. And think of that as our past lives, and then our future lives, okay? So our past physical life in this life is still this timeline, but it's so much deeper than that. We have traumas from our past lives as well. And say you were in a past life, or your grandmother in this lifetime were hung from some of the witch trials that went on worldwide, all over the world, in the US, in England, and Scotland, and Ireland, and Sweden, and Germany, just all over. And if you, in your past life or in your ancestral line, experienced that hanging, in this life, you could carry the trauma of letting your voice be heard and having that throat chakra just blocked, and maybe you can't express your emotions right, you can't express your mission right. Maybe there's something really powerful within you, a gift that you really want to share to the world, but you're stuck. You feel like you have so much to give, but you can't quite let it out. Maybe you're afraid to let it out. Maybe you've been shamed to let it out. That is part of a witch wound. Just for a quick example, many years ago, probably close to 10 years ago, I had a client who came in for a Reiki session, and I don't remember exactly what the situation was, but she was, I think, going through something with her boyfriend, and she was going through a lot of trauma, but she couldn't say what she wanted to say, and she was stuck in this really toxic situation. And no matter how toxic it was, and no matter how much she wanted to speak her truth and speak her mission, speak her confidence, she couldn't. And she just felt silenced and quieted and abused in the situation. So she came for a Reiki session, and we did some healing together. And as I was doing the healing on her, I saw one of her past lives where she was hung. And so we're kind of working through this through the session together, and she starts just crying and just letting it all out. And she said, "You have no idea, but even since I was a little girl, I've never even been able to wear something around my neck, not even a necklace." And this woman was in her early to mid 20s at the time. And she's like, it makes so much sense. And so we did some energy work on just clearing the trauma from the past life of being hung. And she went home, we continued a little bit of energy work, and she came back a week later, and she was wearing a necklace for the first time in her life. And she just said she's been able to speak her truth in her relationship. She's been able to wear things around her neck again. So it's really, really powerful work. And the most amazing thing that I love about this is that when we're healing past life trauma, or when we're healing ancestral trauma, we're breaking a chain of all of the past to our point, but then also everything in the future, our children, our daughters, our grandchildren, all of it, and our future lives as well. So it's very, very powerful, wonderful stuff, really exciting. So today, what time is it? Let's see. Okay, still gonna wait a few more minutes before we get started on the tapping stuff. But if you guys, let me see if I can pull this up. Let me see. I want to know. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, I can't see any of your comments right now. That's a shame. But that's okay. I'll come back to it later. I wanted to ask you guys if you had any questions, but I can't interact with you. That's okay. So we'll just go with the flow. So one thing that we're going to do is we're going to do tapping. And what we're going to do for the tapping is we're going to release that witch wound, the witch wound of our grandmothers, our ancestors, our past lives. And we're just really going to feel into those emotions and then release them and create a healed future for us, for our generations, and for our past lives. So this is really wonderful, amazing stuff I'm super excited to share with you. But before we begin, I want you guys to really think about, I want you to pick 3 topics within you that you feel are really holding you back from your past life. So if you're here today, you've already tapped into your intuition, you've already tapped into your magic, you already know that you're here for a purpose, you already know that there's magic within you, you already know that there's magic within your bloodlines, within your past lives. And so I want you to tap into that magic and just focus on the different topics that it might be. So do you think your trauma comes from your ancestors that were storytellers? Do you think it comes from your ancestors that were birthers or midwives, psychics or seers, fortune tellers, dancers, whatever it might be, whatever that one thing that you're feeling, or the 3 things, pick 3 things, the 3 things that you're feeling the most restrictions on, the most resistance. If you were maybe a medicine woman and your purpose is to heal and bring healing, but you feel afraid to study it or afraid to share that new age medicine with the world, and afraid to experience what the backlash might be from that. So that might be one of your resistance points. If you spoke your mind, sorry, there's people calling their dog, I think. That's okay. If you spoke your mind about something that made you be hung in the past life or your ancestral lines, maybe you're feeling a lot of block trauma in speaking your truth. Maybe you feel like you have a mission and a purpose and that you're a teacher and a guide, but something within you is too scared to really move forward with that. So just really think. If you want to comment below, that would be amazing. I do want to get back to you. I'm so sorry I can't see your guys' comments right now as I'm going live. But I'll definitely get back about them all after the video. So just go ahead and pick 3 different things where you feel the most resistance. And if nothing's coming up right away, that's totally okay. That's totally okay. We're just going to go with the flow of this. So just really focus on 3 different things. And I'm just going to wait a few minutes for this group of people to go by. Oh yeah, they were calling their dog. Oh my goodness. Evening and all these kids screaming and everything, but that's okay. This is life, and life is about just abundance, and this is amazing that they're letting their voices be heard. So this is great. And for the tapping, actually, I kind of need 2 hands for this. I didn't think this out very well. Let me see. I am going to, actually, I'm just going to come right down here onto the ground. I'm going to put you here for a moment. And I'll just sit right here. Okay. So if you have your 3 resistance points in mind, excellent. If not, that's totally okay. We're just going to go through this together. So if you've never done tapping before, my hands are really cold. These are the points that we're going to tap through. The first one is the karate chop. So you're just going to use the tips of your fingers, either side, it doesn't matter. And we're going to tap here. And right now I'm just showing you all the points. Okay? And then we're going to tap right here. Actually, I'll need to take my glasses off. The inside of your eyebrows, right by the hairline. And then the sides of your eyes, right on this bone. Your cheekbones, right here under your eye. Your top of your lip, under your nose, right here. Under your lip. The collarbones, about an inch down from your collarbones. The bra strap, right here. And then the top of the head. Okay? So what we're doing with this tapping is that we are going to really feel into these emotions. We're going to really feel what our grandmothers felt. We're going to really get deep into that witch wound feeling, the restrictions that we feel, the what's the word all of a sudden? The resistance that we're feeling on the magic that we have within us, on the passion that we have within us, and the guidance that we have within us. And we're really going to feel deep into that. And as we tap through these points, what we're doing is we're tapping on the meridians and we are releasing all of those emotions. And then after we do that, we're going to refocus that energy, letting go of the negativity and allowing the positivity. So go ahead and just get comfortable. This isn't much of a meditation, so it's totally okay that there's people walking around. And if you're at home with kids running around, that's totally okay. My son never leaves me alone when I do tapping in the morning. So we're just going to go ahead and start the karate chop. Just tapping the side of your hand. Just taking in a deep breath, and I want you to repeat after me, either out loud or in your mind. Even though I have a witch wound, I still deeply love and accept myself. Even though my ancestors were shamed and hurt, I still deeply love and accept myself. Even though the powers in my past lives and my bloodline have been suppressed, I still deeply love and accept myself. Now we're going to go to the eyebrow points right here and just tap lightly. You can tap with 2 hands if you want, or just 1. We're going to say, this witch wound of suppression under the eyes. Ooh. This witch wound of silencing. This witch wound of pain. This witch wound of loneliness. My grandmothers went through so much pain. by doing nothing but speaking their truth and their power. And they were hurt because of it. And now, as we go through the points, we're just going to go through them one set, and I want you to just really feel into that. Really close your eyes and imagine, put yourself in your grandmother's, in your great-great-great-grandmother's footsteps. Give her a face, emotions to what she went through, and really feel the trauma that was caused in those 3 areas that you picked. And if you didn't pick any areas, that's okay. Just put yourself there. Give her a face and a name if you wish. And just really feel out the situation. Feel out that she was doing nothing but being herself. She was doing nothing but connecting the spirit world with the physical world. She was doing nothing but her natural born right. And because of that, she was hurt, possibly even killed. And if that was you right now, what would that feel like? Imagine that suppression, that anger, the sadness. And just really allow yourself to feel these emotions, because when we feel them, we can let them go. Just feeling in really deeply. And now repeat after me. I am ready to let this go. I am ready to step into my birthright. I do not need to be afraid of my true power. Being afraid once kept me safe, but I no longer need to be afraid now. Now I am safe, and I am safe to be me completely. I accept my birthright. I forgive what happened in the past. And I thank my many great-grandmothers, because without them I would not be created today. And I awaken their gifts within me. And I say yes, that I am ready to shine my brightest. And I am ready to let my voice be heard. I am brave, and I am strong. And I am in this world for a purpose. And I am ready to let that purpose shine. So then go ahead and stop tapping, and just allow yourself to take a deep breath in and release. Just letting go of all of that, being thankful. Thankful that we have that power right now. We have that safe space right now. that our many great-grandmothers did not have. And now that we can step into that power, we can be our truest, most powerful, most guiding, most healing selves. And that's really wonderful. Just shake it off, get that energy going. It feels so good. So good. So you guys can do tapping anytime. If you haven't heard of it before, definitely look more into it. It's an amazing release, amazing way to really help things that are deeply seated within you to just let go. It's excellent. So next, my favorite part, we are going to go deep into activating the goddess within you, activating your intuition. And it's getting a little bit quieter, so I think we'll be okay. It is getting dark too, so I know we're a little bit rushed for time. But I learned a very powerful, amazing meditation many years ago about opening your third eye. And if you're here today, you probably have already done many things to open your third eye and activate your intuition. And this is probably not anything new to you. However, this specific meditation is like a boot camp for your third eye, and it will completely, what's the word? It will just be the cherry on top of everything else that you're doing to activate that third eye. So very exciting. Oh, I'm seeing some comments right now. Amanda said that was so emotionally stirring. Yes, it's completely will bring up so many feelings within us. And it's good to feel that. We need to feel that, and then we need to let it go, and we need to not forget our great-grandmothers and our many greats, and just really feel what they went through and be thankful that they stood and spoke their truth. And even though that they were hurt for it, we stand here today to be the voice for them that they tried to be. I'm so happy you guys connected with that. This is so beautiful. I'm going to have to replay it later and do the exercises again. Yes, do as many times as you need to. It's a little hard to focus with a toddler. I totally get it. Do it every day if you want to. It's absolutely wonderful. So Julie, I cried happy tears. Yay, good. You guys, this is so wonderful. It's super powerful. And the more you do it, the more you'll really feel yourself step into that. So next we're going to do this third eye activation. I just love tapping this third eye right now, being like knocking on the door. Hello, it's time to wake up. This is so powerful, you guys. I love this next meditation. So when we open our third eye, there are so many endless benefits, as I'm sure you already are aware of what opening your third eye can do. But specifically for this exercise, I know it's getting dark. I hope you guys can see me okay. I'm running out of time here, but we can do this. So what we're going to focus on is when we are activating our third eye and opening that third eye, we can tap into those ancestral lines even deeper, and we can connect specifically with our unique gifts. So what's my unique gift might not be the exact same for you. We all have these amazing, powerful, unique gifts. So we're going to do this quick meditation right now. And we're just going to activate the third eye. And what this is going to do, this is just going to start to shift the energy in your life. Okay, this is just going to start to make you more aware. It's going to start to bring your unique gifts to the light. You might have crazy dreams tonight. You might not sleep at all. Your energy might be all over the place. This is going to really shift a lot of stuff. This is also a meditation that I highly suggest that you do every day. The more you do it, the more powerful it is. When I first started doing this meditation, let's see, it was in 2002, I think. I was taught by a very amazing shaman. And when I first started doing it, it kind of really didn't feel like anything. I couldn't quite bring the focus to where I needed to, and you'll understand what I mean in a minute. And over time, probably within a week, actually, it wasn't too much time, when I would do the meditation, I would start to get pain right here, and it would spread out into like a horrible headache, but push through. After that, when I still doing it every day, and I would focus, as I'll tell you in a minute, the headaches would be horrible, 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 but they would only be during the meditation. And within probably another week or so, the headaches would go away, and then I could actually feel this amazing thing that's so excited I can't wait to share with you guys. So what we're going to do, we're going to be quick here. I'm just going to kind of teach you guys how to do this so you can do it in your own time. But I want you to focus. You can close your eyes if you wish. It might be easier. Focus on your third eye area right here and imagine it as a mouth. Okay? So with your eyes closed, I want you to breathe in through that mouth in your third eye. Just imagine and visualize it as you're breathing in through your third eye. And breathe out through your third eye, just a visualizing. I know right now it might feel really weird, but that's totally okay. Just go with the flow, you guys. The more you visualize, the stronger it's going to be. So I want you to take 3 deep breaths in through this mouth on your third eye. And breathing out through it as well. And just really, as much as you can, put all the intention, all the visualization you can, and really imagining and feeling that third eye doing the breathing. Breathing in one last time and breathing out. Next, we're going to breathe in a white light, breathing it in through our third eye, and then if you know where the pineal gland is, it's kind of like in the center of your head, center of your brain. We're going to breathe that white light in through our third eye and then visualize it like a bridge going to the pineal gland, and then as it connects with the pineal gland, a light, an aura of light goes around it, kind of activating it, shedding the crusting that's been happening to it for all this time. So we're just going to do this real quick. I'm losing light really quickly here, but do this as many times as you can. Do this every day. This is so powerful, and it can be done so quickly too. So just with me, breathe in that white light through the third eye mouth and visualize it going back into the pineal gland, shocking it with that light like a bolt of lightning, just feeling that lightning around the pineal gland expanding, shattering all the calcium, all the crustiness off of it from the fluoride and toxic crud that we eat and are exposed to every day. And as we breathe out, that light does not dim. That light just stays there. So then we breathe in again, that white light through the mouth of our third eye, through the bridge, and just shocking that pineal gland, expanding the white light around that pineal gland even more. Breathing out and then breathing in one more time, breathing that white light through the third eye mouth, across the bridge and into your pineal gland, just allowing it to expand with brilliant white light within you, shining so brightly, so powerfully. And just feel it disintegrating all of the calcification around it, reactivating it, reopening it. And just do that as many times as you need to. Oh, I'm losing light so fast, you guys. I'm so sorry. I should have done this an hour earlier. But yeah, that meditation is so powerful. I wanted to do it a little bit longer with you guys, but you get the gist of it. Please practice this daily. This is insanely powerful. If you feel the headache right away, that's amazing. Push through it. What you're doing is you're opening it, and you're using, it's like when you work out and you get really, really sore muscles after a workout where you can't even walk up the stairs because it hurts so bad. That is what we're doing with our third eye. We are soaring up those muscles and reactivating them. And this is so powerful. I got to the point, it's been a while. I need to redo this meditation myself. But I got to the point, this is a crazy story, I'll just say it real quick. I was camping with Aiden. We're in the mountains. Yes, you'll feel dizzy and lightheaded, tingly. Yes, tingling sensations is that activation. Excellent. Really, really good. You'll feel all sorts of crazy sensations as you're doing that. So I was camping with Aiden, my son. We're up in the mountains of North Carolina, and I was doing this specific meditation. And as I was sitting there, I suddenly saw an owl fly at me. Now my eyes are shut, okay? So I opened my eyes, and the moment I opened my eyes, this owl is flying over my head. If you know anything about owls, they're completely silent flyers. There was no way for me to hear it coming or anything, but I could see it clear as day, as if my eyes were wide open. And I shut them again, and I was just doing this meditation, and I could see Aiden, my son, playing in front of me, and I had opened my eyes to kind of peek, and he'd be exactly where I was seeing him with my eyes shut. And it was just completely 100% seeing him through that third eye, as if the veils had just completely shed, and it was absolutely amazing. So definitely practice that, you guys. It will really help activating not only your intuition, but your own unique spiritual gifts as well. So, I'm old and stuck on the ground. I'm gonna get back up in this chair real quick. Oh, it's so dark. The last thing we're gonna do, I just want to move to where there's a little bit more light, because I'm kind of in the trees. The last thing we're going to do is we're going to do a quick meditation to call forth our grandmothers, our spirit guides, the wise women. And if you, there's another bench over here. If you did pick up 3 things earlier, the 3 spiritual gifts that you really connect with, whether it be fortune telling, being a seer, being a healer, a birther, a mother, a teacher, a guide, whatever it was. Ooh, that's cold. We're going to call forth the grandmother that is the strongest within you. So if you have a gift that is really more abundant than the rest, that's the grandmother that we're going to call forth right now. So this is, I thought I heard a dog coming, but no, we're good. So we're just going to go ahead and just close our eyes. My energy is already vibrating just from doing that. Just for those like few little breaths, I'm already like zinging right now. Whew. Okay, so just taking a deep breath in. And we're going to speak out right now, calling forth our highest, most powerful grandmothers. Just grounding yourself right now. I want you to visualize yourself standing Anywhere that you feel comfortable, whether it's a forest, the beach, a meadow, a room, a garden, whatever it is. Just imagine that place. Just imagine yourself standing alone. Everything is silent. And then in the distance, walking towards you, you see a woman. You can see her long hair or short hair. You can see her hair, whatever she looks like. All of her features coming in clear to you. This is your many great grandmother. She is the most powerful grandmother within your line, with the most powerful gifts, the most powerful intuition. And her blood runs in your veins. And as she comes closer to you, you now stand face to face. You can clearly see what she looks like. You can clearly feel her energy with you as if she's actually standing with you right here and right now. If you wish to ask her name, you may do so. And I want you to just ask her right now to be your guide. You have many spirit guides within your lifetime. Some of them are already assigned to you, and some of them you can call forth. And I want you to ask this woman, this many great grandmother of yours, this powerful, intuitive, wonderful woman, to be your guide, to help guide you on your journey into tapping into your powerful and unique gifts, to reawaken the goddess energy within you, to reawaken that psychic energy within you, to reawaken the healer energy within you. And whatever unique gifts that you connect the most on, she is here to help. She is here to help guide you, to be the strength when you're not feeling the strongest. And I want you to just embrace her. Feel her warmth around you, feel it within you. And know that she is with you. She is a part of you. And her amazing teachings, her amazing guidance, and her amazing power is also yours. And I want you to tell her that you are ready. You are ready to step into that power completely. You are ready to be guided. And you are ready to ascend into that highest version of yourself, so that when the time is ready, you can be that light, that healer, that guide, that teacher, that dancer, that seer to other people in your life and into this currently broken world. As we come together, this gathering of goddesses, connecting with all of our beautiful grandmothers, powerful grandmothers, We connect on ancient, amazing, mothering energy, and it's our turn, it's our time to be the mother to our world. Whatever that may look like, it'll be unique to each and every one of us. And I want you to thank this woman now in your mind's eye and your intuition. Thank her for being with you. Thank her for everything that she did within her lifetime. And thank her for being the guide in your life now. It's amazing stuff. I'm so happy to be able to share this with you. I am so terribly sorry. It's so dark here. I'm completely lost light. So I'm gonna get going, but I am so thankful that you guys joined me today. I'm trying to find where there's some light that you can see me. I'm so thankful that you guys joined me here today. If you want to go deeper into this, I do offer a 9-session course that I'm going to be starting next week. It's going to be a super power-packed course where we're going to go extra deep into all of this stuff together as a powerful goddess gathering. If this is something you're interested in, go ahead and send me a message and we can just chat a little bit more about it. But thank you guys. I love you, and I will speak to you all soon. Have a wonderful evening.